They let it talk down when I'm not around, yeah. It's only tied down when I'm out of town, no. I don't trust many when I'm in the city. I've never been a shooter, but I keep them with me. Watch them steal the style and say they inspire.
Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another episode of
Talk Down.
You already know it's your boy. Damn, I don't know where I put it.
I bought another one.
You got a copy? I bet.
Hold on, it's cut. Hold on.
Oh, damn. Got it. It's your boy Ryan. You already know what it is.
Mine is here, bro, but it might be.
It's a little heavy. I got you, dog.
Yeah, you got it.
1, 2.
There we go.
Damn. What's good, guys? Yo, if you have been checking out all of our episodes, we fully appreciate that. And as always, thank you very much.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
You drop a comment.
Real quick, pause the video. We'll give you a couple of seconds. Okay, welcome back. Yo, go subscribe, drop a like right now, because y'all don't even have to watch the video. You're gonna like this.
Another thing we would like you to do is have a lot of subscribers, and they've been growing.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to turn on the notifications.
Yeah, there's a little bell somewhere in this.
Yeah, it's a little bell. Turn that on, and you'll get a notification when we have a new video. And when you're at work,
I don't have to spam you and tell you I've got a new video.
We will spam you.
Yeah, don't mind, I will. Don't worry.
I get a lot of people that tell me, I know it's out.
I don't care, I'm reminded. Yeah.
Today's episode is about intellectual stimulation. I had a few conversations with people, and I'm sure you had too. We're living in an era where we're kind of drawn towards the physical, and it's vanity. It's kind of vain the way things are going.
Social media has pushed that?
Oh yeah, it's fueled it for sure. And now we have everyone taking selfies, and everyone doing things like taking care of their bodies and showcasing them. So what that also does is that maybe makes people, it's like the false pretense that
that's all they are.
That's
all that
you
matters.
bring to the table.
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
Word.
And yes, that's good. That's all fine. But what happens when you scratch the surface? What happens when you actually have to sit and have a conversation or have something deep?
Yo, let's keep it real. How many times have you sat down with somebody and you're having a conversation and you're like, this person's not with it?
I can't wait to stop talking to this person.
Shut the fuck, shut. Say it again, say something else.
Mentally on a different level. Not to sound like we're like Einsteins.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
But you can just tell when you're talking to somebody and they're stimulating the hell out of your mind, man. Like they're just giving you, making you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Just through their words. And that's something I take a lot of pride in, man. It's not something I go out of my way to do. It's just something that naturally just comes from me. Like
we always talk about our progression, being where we are now. Where do you feel intellectual stimulation was something that you were seeking? Like, where did you kind of want that?
I'm gonna keep it honest.
Did you always want this, or?
No, I've always felt like I delivered it.
Okay.
Unknowingly, I felt like I delivered it. Now I actually have like a platform where I can showcase it. But I've always felt like mentally, and like I said, I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than anybody. I don't think I'm better than anybody. But I've always felt like I thought differently. I understood differently. I explained differently. Like my thought process was deeper. Always felt deeper. As I grew older, I was able to like manage it more, and I knew how to embrace it and speak about it, speak upon it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know how to talk back in the day. Like I was shy. I didn't really know how to express myself.
Yeah.
Once I learned how to express myself, it was a wrap.
I guess the question we want to ask here, and maybe hopefully we'll answer by the end of this, is what makes someone stimulating and not just smart?
I love that. I love that.
What makes someone stimulating? Because I've had
a big difference. It's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. A massive difference. I've had conversations with people where they're like, man, you don't know how refreshing it is to have a conversation. And I've spoken to females where they'll say, it's refreshing that I know that you want more from me.
Word up.
I know that I'm not just an ass and a pair of whatever.
My eyes are up here. I'm not a piece of meat.
And look, that's not to say, look, some women like that kind of stuff, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you gotta have a little bit of both. We always talk about balance on this show, right?
Yeah.
It's always about having a balance. You gotta have some type of stimulation and some type of, like, you know what I mean? Women want that. They want a guy who wants them. It's not always about their minds. But my thought process, and to the guys out there, if you're listening, here's a little bit of advice, right? Always come at a woman for her mind first, right? Make her think about you a lot more than, she'll feel way less creeped out. And it's not a game you gotta play. Just, if you're with it, just be about it. Want her to feel some type of way, stimulated through her mind. And I'm telling you, everything else will just open up. It'll be floodgates in this thing.
Yeah, because there's a difference between someone who intellectually stimulates you and someone who challenges you and someone who has a hidden agenda.
Word. And I feel like
So someone who's really putting on the
and women can tell, man. Guys, let's not be stupid.
Yeah.
Women can tell when you just trying to get some booty or whatever. Like, let's not be stupid.
They let us play along.
Yeah, they'll play you along and be like, I know what he wants, whatever. And sometimes that's all they want too, and it is what it is. But for the most part, most women want more.
Yeah, I want someone who's stimulatable.
Absolutely.
And in all aspects.
Mentally, physically, emotionally.
Yeah, I want someone that we connect on another level.
Many levels.
Yeah, where we're sitting down and it's not about how can I get her to where I want to get her physically. Because a lot of times, the mind, I'm telling you, you don't know the wonders it can do.
Facts.
If you feel like you've connected with a woman physically, imagine what you do when you start unlocking that door.
Her mind.
Yeah.
And then I want to tickle your belly button from the inside.
When you start having conversations when later on she's like, man, you know what? He brought up a good point. And we're not saying to be nerds and sit here and read books and things like that, but have depth.
Yeah, man. Yo, you know what's funny? And I'm not trying to sound here like I'm some type of player or something, but a lot of women have told me that I've talking to, they're like, yo, I appreciate you more because mentally you bring something out of me. Like, of course, physically you look attractive and all of that stuff. That's all.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
That's all like bonus stuff, and I've always said that. Even for me, of course I want my girl to look good, or my woman to look good. I want to be physically attracted to her. But in that same breath, I want her to challenge my mind. I want her to make me think. The way I look at certain women, it's like, damn, like, and even now to a certain extent, when I talk to, it's different. It's a stimulation that it brings out of you that you can't just find anywhere.
The conversations aren't, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Or hey, you look good today.
Yeah.
Or hey, damn, you're so sexy. Or and it's always, the compliments are always about looks. After a while, trust me, they will know.
And looks fade after a while, bro.
Yeah.
Let's keep it G.
Not here.
Yeah, nah, this is timeless.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
But nah, for real, man. When you challenge a woman, women want to be challenged, man. Let's keep it real. They want to be challenged, and what better way to challenge her than mentally? And it's not even about, let's not only talk about relationship-wise.
No.
Friendship-wise, too. Me and him, we like to stimulate each other's minds and challenge each other and question each other's point of views because, one, we learn more from it, right? And two, why not question things? And it's not to battle him or argue with him. It's just to conversate and debate about certain things.
Yeah, I mean, if you're competing, you need to watch the episode we had before and you'll see that.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference there. Why not have people that you can have conversations about the world? Or conversations about events, travel, different things. Like maybe if you like philosophies, have those type of conversations. Even political conversations, something other than, bro, I like those sneakers. Or yo, I like that shirt. By the way, I mean, I know you guys like that.
Patterns on deck. Hashtag patterns.
You have to seek that in others. And if you don't have that, if you feel like it's stale and you don't get that from your surroundings, then maybe it's time to change your surroundings.
So let me ask you a question real quick. Relationship-wise and like friendship-wise, do you feel like that friendship or relationship is better in the long run if you have that stimulation?
Absolutely. Because now the root, let's say
it's not just physical.
No,
it's not just mental. It's not just sexual.
It's like you said, after a while, all of the feelings that you had, and let's go into love. You've established a relationship on lust alone when you've established it on physical. Then what happens after a while? What happens when you have that moment where you really want to just have a conversation and the first thing your partner says is, yo, you ready?
You're trying to smash it.
You know, after a while, you really feel like
gets boring.
Yeah, that tree that you've rooted, it was basically grown on false pretenses, and that's gonna die, wither away and die. Now, what happens when you really take time to water the roots and to get, you know, a good environment?
Great analogy.
You know, what happens when now you have a real strong tree, and it's not about the physical.
It's a multiple like layered attraction. And what's that? Was it sapiosexual when you're attracted to intelligence? So going off that tree point where being sapiosexual, where you're attracted to people's intelligence and what they can offer your mind and not just your body or emotionally, whatever. Like
that's where you wonder why your partner cheats on you. Why? Because they're not getting what they need from you.
And it's not to say they always need something, but
And even friends.
Yeah, be somebody of substance where you don't get taken advantage of. Like,
or overlooked.
Yes. Or underappreciated. Like,
once we leave our homes, once we leave those messages that, you know, I have my partner on the other line, we're exposed to the world. And the world, unless you're giving it to your partner, they will find it elsewhere. And that's where the cheating comes in. That's where, man, I wonder why my friends don't really reach out. It's because maybe there's something there that you're not offering. And
anymore.
It could be an intellectual stimulation. We always talk about mind, body, and soul. The soul needs stimulation.
Absolutely, man.
And the only way to do that is by tapping into conversations, tapping into different things that that bring up thoughts that promote their ability to identify and solve problems.
Yeah. And I think nowadays, all the social media stuff, especially with like Instagram, and where it's like, oh, here's a picture of me, I'm gonna talk shit, and then you can just like it.
Yeah, vanity.
For me, of course, I talk about vanity and I post pictures, whatever, and you gotta, strut your shit sometimes. But at the same time, the way I like to attack social media is I like to talk about things, man, like, and bring up points and bring up topics and just bring up situations where I can make people think a little bit more, because that's what I'm always thinking. Like, I'm generally always thinking, and I'm wondering, do people think about what I think about? So I like bringing it up, and yeah, my captions be dumb long. Like, sometimes they be dumb long, but it's generally what I'm thinking about, and I'm hoping, even if I can just get one person to grasp and understand what I'm saying, I did my, I guess you could say, job.
Do you feel like in the age that we're in now, social media, instant gratification, and vanity, do you feel like people would be reluctant to read your captions and really just focus on the images?
Some people, yeah, absolutely. Some people look forward to reading them, but some people just want to look at stuff.
And to piggyback off that question, do you feel those people that actually do read the captions, do you feel like you have better conversations with them?
What? Without a doubt.
And a better connection, not just
without a doubt. There's so many people that I've connected with on that level, on a mental level, on a emotional level, because it's like, they understand what I'm talking about. And it's like, damn, okay, I'm not alone. Like, and being vulnerable to even speak on certain topics. Some people are scared to talk. Remember how we were talking about that?
We were.
Some people are scared to talk, so they don't want to share what they're thinking about. They're like, oh, I can't do this, I'm too vulnerable. Here, just let me put this picture of me at the beach, or let me show off what I got, or I'm going on vacation here, or whatever. Like, that's all people really care about.
And you have the bigger sites that what they do is, rather than have somebody who's the complete package, which has something to say and doesn't necessarily have to show his or her ass or, whatever, we have that. It's glorified more everywhere you go. When your physical is what really carries you, and your physical is what defines you. Your physical shouldn't define you. Your metaphysical should.
Yep.
You should be able to see that from a
mile away. It should be an
add-on
to who you are.
Right. One thing I used to say, and this goes to how when I was young, I was super vain and I was idiotic. Let's just call it that.
You were immature, man.
My quote used to be, if beauty was truly skin deep, we all would have been born blind. You know how shallow that is? That's truly shallow, because I think my beauty, me personally, and where I feel like I'm the most beautiful is when someone actually gets to have a conversation with me and sees the type of person I am.
People only think beauty is skin deep. Beauty is in your mind, it's in your heart, it's in how you think, like stuff like that that's beautiful.
Yeah. Hold on, let me stop you right there. I mentioned my shallow quote, and I know that was shallow, but it was to bring up a point that he's gonna make. You talked about beauty being skin deep, but there's also surfaces and levels to it, right?
Shallows, yeah. I generally think that all of us are shallow to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But there's definitely levels to shallowness, right? My shallowness and somebody else's shallowness might be completely different, because I'm not just looking on looks. I'm looking at looks. Let's be real. If you can sit here and say you're not looking at somebody's appearance, just because you think somebody's better for you than what it is for me, like my beauty might be different from your beauty, but we still look for that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
we do. What heightens it is everything beneath the surface. That's what, we look for highlighters, I guess, right? Like, we look for the indicators.
And your significant other will notice that and will appreciate the hell out of it. That you're not just looking on the surface. Anybody could tell a woman or whatever, a significant other, that they look good. We can see that with our eyes, right? You can see what somebody looks like with your eyes. You can't see how somebody feels, how emotionally you affect them. That stuff, I'm telling you guys, that's the real shit right there.
And that's where those pheromones come into play.
Yeah, you got them juices flowing.
Those are invisible. Like, that's why you feel like you meet someone and you're like, man, I don't know what it is about this person. Half the time, it could be physical, But a lot of the times it's because you've connected with that person on another level. That person stimulated you, and it could have been that you've had conversations that they challenged you on that you've never had before, thoughts and imaginations that you've never had before, and that's why
if you can seduce somebody's mind, you can pretty much have their body, whatever it is. It starts. I swear, I think it starts with your mind. If your mind is right, everything else will be right, man.
Right, and when it comes to love, and we stay on love because a lot of people are under false pretenses and they're living a lie. And we're here to wake you up and talk.
They're trying to be the wrong impressive.
Yeah. What you have to understand is when it comes to love, you can't fall in love with someone that you're not going to learn from.
That's crucial.
Right? So I'm not talking about learning how to do pull-ups or learning how to do mathematical equations, because those are the extremes here.
Yeah.
We're talking about someone that's going to challenge you metaphysically, and someone that you're really saying, damn, you always make me think. You know, like...
Or even having like a positive mindset.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you're always so positive. You're always thinking like... Some people need that in their lives, man.
The yin and yang.
Yeah, being that opposite for somebody, man. That's how you really build the structure in a relationship, and trust and all of that stems from it.
Yeah.
So, what's our challenge, man? Because we always love leaving you guys with a challenge because, you know, we challenge you out here.
So our talk down challenge, and we want to talk down being stagnant. We want to talk down being led with the physical. We want you to find a way to be inspired, or we want you to find a new way to inspire others.
Yep.
Whether it is you that needs the stimulation or someone else that you feel like
through your actions or through somebody else's actions.
Yes.
Like, that's what I try to do. I try to help people. I'm trying to bring up thoughts.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
when you approach someone you like, or let's go into dating here, the challenge could be, what are you leading these conversations with? Are you separating the physical from the metaphysical?
What are your intents?
Yeah, what are your intentions? Because if it is a booty call, then, you know, Godspeed. Go with the physical. But if it's something that you're lacking, and if you don't even know you're lacking it, try to have a conversation about something. Challenge yourself. And in the end, while challenging yourself, you'll be challenging the other person and seeing if that yin and yang, if that circle's going to fit.
Word up.
That's what we want for you. So that's our challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. And if there's anybody out there that you feel like stimulates you intellectually or whatever, man, just be like, thank you, man, because I'm telling you, these people out here that are in this world, don't come at me and try to say thank you to me. And like I already know this, guys. You don't have to come and attack me. I'll appreciate it if you do. But it's dope, man. The fact that there's people out here that want more for you than what we see with our eyes. Like, the brain is such a powerful tool that I feel like we don't use it enough.
We do take it for granted. And I know that the world is full of cloaks and daggers, and it's full of a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I know it's hard for someone to seem genuine. So we encourage people to really try to embrace someone that's coming at you with something different. So
as always, guys, we appreciate you coming on and checking all of this stuff out. As always, tell a friend to tell her friend to tell everybody's friends to
follow me.
Yeah, man, and we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all in the next episode. If y'all really like this, subscribe, tell somebody, and we'll see y'all there, man. Take care, everybody. Yo, what's up, guys? Thanks for checking out that last episode.
The previous episodes, and then right there, there's a circular object.
It kind of looks like
with our logo
like
in
a
it.
pizza.
Yeah, it's round.
Click on it and subscribe, guys.
They let it talk down when I'm not around.
We'll see y'all next episode.